one is the use of unauthorized pay scale.
Yes. Now, this is a very interesting one. There is a policy. Well, first of all, think about the timing. It was July 2nd, my first day on the job. So I proposed new salary bands on that day. The work to discuss that was done when I was here as a consultant for transition to superintendent with the interim superintendent who had also been over HR for years. It was part in that discussion with the present HR director, along with the interim superintendent myself, when I was trying to get salary bands that would accommodate the people we were trying to bring into the district, because our salaries were so low. I mentioned that on TV. I mentioned it in different meetings, that I had to go about trying to find salary bands that we could afford the people to bring them here. I took that to the board. There's a policy that says, in terms of salary bands, you have to inform the board. Okay? I informed the board. What their issue is that there's another policy that says something concerning they approve monies. Well, they're in conflict. I went through probably over a course of a month showing them. We did a detailed analysis for them for the whole board, and they appear to have accepted that after the fact, after they first complained about it, because we have approved salary increases based on those same bands. So if they didn't believe they were appropriate, why would you approve salary bands? Why would you even put people into these new bands that I brought to them?
But you put those new pay scales into place before the board approved it on the understanding?
No, see, prove is the issue, because one policy says inform them. And that was the advice I received from the HR director as well as from the interim superintendent on my first day. Okay. And I really think on my first day at work that my reliance on staff that's been in the district longer than I have been made sense. Right. And so I informed the board.
And the board is relying on a different policy.
Well, they appear to be now, but at that sorry, I can't speak about executive session information, but all I can say is that I informed them based on the information that I was given by the interim superintendent and the HR director, and a policy. And there's a policy that says that too.
Is there a second? So is there a second policy that says? Are there two conflicting policies?
There are conflicting policies, but there's a policy that says you inform them about bands.
And there's a separate policy that says they have to be approved.
No, that band's got to be approved. Money's got to be approved. So since bands deal with money, they're saying, well, shouldn't that one be the one that we rely on?
Working on the understanding that the policy was that you had to only inform the board. The board is sort of looking at the policy that says those funds have to be approved.
Well, I'm not sure what they were looking at the time, because they had approved. Now they are, right. But back then they approved. But I want to say this. At the time, they approved people in those bands after just being informed. We hired people, and they voted them into their jobs.
Are you saying they approved those funds?
They approved people. Let's say you had a band that said it went to 140.
They approved people at a certain pay scale.
A pay scale that was in the band that I proposed.